Hey, how's it going, guys? Dave from DH Photography. So I done a photo shoot a little while ago with my mate M4. He's just put air eye on it. So obviously, what you're gonna do, take photos. So I've loaded them up into the PC. I'm just gonna edit them, chuck my style on it, and maybe you can pick up a trick here and there. So let's just jump straight into it. But first of all, let's get it on. Right, let's see what we're working with, shall we? So, first of all, let's do the standard crop, 4x5, straighten it out. Center. No, it's not center. Let's bring it in ever so slightly so I can center the car up better, rule of thirds and all that. Max that way. Let's do it ever so slightly more. There. Okay. Does it still look on the piss? No, it's bang on. It's bang on. Right. Before we go any further, I want to get rid of these arrows here, and the ones at the back there, and those lines there, and all those all those lights. I want to take as much distraction away as possible. So let's go into Photo, Edit in Photoshop. So now it's in Photoshop. Let's go and use this lovely tool, which is Generate Fill. I absolutely love this thing. Doesn't always work, trust me, it gets it wrong a lot, but when it's good, it works brilliantly. So let's go for the lasso tool, go around that one, generate fill. It's done a pretty good job, and around this arrow here, generate. It's so much better than doing it this way than it was the old way of using the flipping, either the clone stamp tool or the hill tool, hill remover tool. It does a good job, and it does it in a fraction of the time with a fraction of the effort. So let's go for that arrow there. Lovely stuff. And I'm actually going to go around here to save some time. Generate fill. That'll do. I don't want that car in the background, nor does bush. So I'm going to go like so, around the whole lamppost. See how well it will do it. This is asking a lot. Do you know what? Hey, yeah, I'm cool with that, mate. That's the bollocks. Move out of the fucking way. Right, so now I want to get rid of this light here. I wonder if I can just have a look. Let's go. This is asking a lot of it, but if it can black all that out, then happy days. I'll also have to get rid of that blue light in the background as well, because that's my eyes getting drawn to that. It kind of works, I guess. It is what it is. What's the variations of it? So we've got that, or that, or that. Well, there's no more lights, so that's fine. I guess that'll have to do. Let's go around that blue one now. Generate That'll do. That will do. Do I take this line out here? Yes, I will actually. So let's go around there, down there. Something went wrong, please try again. Something went bloody wrong. Give him. And there we go. That's a lot more cleaner look. So save that. Whack it back through to Lightroom once it's done its save. And there we go, back in Lightroom. Let's get into the swing of things. So, I could chuck a preset on it, but I'm not going to because I don't like to do that, to be honest. I like, you know, you could put a preset. See, that looks pretty cool. So what preset's that? Cinematic. Straight off the, you could do that and just leave it as that, and straight off the bat, it looks cool. But I like to put my own spin on it. So for starters, I want to make those headlights just a little bit clearer instead of the light bleeding out. So let's have a bit more detail on that. So what I'm going to do is grab the brush tool, zoom right in to, yeah, that'll do actually, yeah. Just brush in around the headlights. Make it a bit smaller, get into the gaps. Just to fine tune it. Right, let's got those on there. Grab the exposure, just drag it down a bit. Swap that over so that the exposure back up, the highlights down. So if I go back to fit, it's a bit more detail. It's not more. It's not bleeding out through so much. So just bring it back up ever so slightly. It's not too overpowering, you know. I've even taken the shadows down as well, just to dull it a bit. So right, next of all is a linear gradient. I'm going from the bottom. People, you don't have to do this all the time. I just prefer to do it. It's just my style. It's what I do with my photos. But you know, art is it's in the eye of the beholder. It's George being creative. Otherwise, if everyone done the same thing, it'll all be boring shit. So from that, let's subtract the subject. See if it does a good enough job on here. Yeah, it's done alright. Exposure, drag it down. Because it's a night shot, it doesn't need to be too dark because it's a pretty dark photo anyway. And the fact that because the car's white, it's the only thing in the whole photo that's going to stand out. So you haven't really got to try and point. You know, a lot of people, you'll try and create a focus point in the photo. So that you want, so you say you've got a subject in your photo and you think, you know what, that's where I want people to look. Well, because this is a white car in a very dark environment, it's already doing it for you. It stands out already, so you ain't got to worry about that. Obviously you can enhance it. It's part of the editing. That's the aim of the game. So let's go for a subject select. It's done actually a banging job. And I want to go shadows up, just to get the details of the grille and the fins on the bumper. And I want to go for a little bit of exposure, and not loads because it will really make it sort of stand out of the photo, which you want it to still look like it's part of the photo, not been superimposed. So yeah, it's more like it. Before, after. Now you have got a light source coming from the left down, as you can see down here. The shadow on the right hand side, right side of the photo, is a lot darker. So I want to create a light source from one angle, just a little street lamp sort of thing. So So I go for linear from that angle, and I won't take it off the car either at the moment. Just want to see what I can do with that. So exposure up, not by loads, but just enough. And then go to the colour. I go to the more blue side of things. No, that's the warm side of tones. More of a blue. Just to make it stand out a little bit better. That's it. Now, that is looking pretty crisp. I could put a teal sort of look to it, but to be honest, I haven't experimented with that sort of side of things yet, so I don't know if that's something that I'd like, or if it's going to be my sort of style that I like to put on my photos. As you progress in photography, I'm still doing it now. You sort of get to learn what you like and you dislike when it comes to your editing. So every photographer and videographer, any creator who does their editing will have a certain way and a certain look that they're going for, or they may even try not into sort of copy. They'll have inspiration of someone else's work and then think, I could do something like that, but then put their own take on it. So, you know, if someone tries to do that with your work, don't take it as, get your own ideas. Take it as a compliment that someone wants to recreate what you originally created. You know what I mean? Pat yourself on the back, I would. So, let's have a look. Shall I? Yes, actually. So we're going to go back to the mask tool. Let's go to a radial and go around the car. Like so. Bring that sort of in the centre-ish there. Not too much. Invert it, and then get the exposure. Gradually, ever so slightly, bring it down. So you've got all the blues and stuff in the top left-hand corner. You've got the focus point is solely on the car. You don't normally have to, for this type of photo, because you've got a white car in a very dark environment, you don't really need to do it. What I will do though, whilst I remember, is the car, I want to take the highs out ever so slightly, just to give it a bit more detail in the car, so you can see the swage lines across the bonnet, and just all the little details that when a photo's too bright, it completely washes it out. So yeah, that's looking good to me. So it's a case of export to my desktop. So file, let's have a look at file settings, because a lot of people, I get asked this quite a lot. So image format, JPEG, image quality 100, color space, which is sRGB, and you are, of the file size, limit it to 3200K. Otherwise, I put most of my work on Instagram. So if you put it on Instagram and the file size too big, Instagram photos are absolutely fucking wobbly, and it will destroy your work because it will compress it so much that it will just look really grainy, very just shit basically. So yeah, just watch what you're doing. Don't go too high in the file size, but just you want to go bang on the limit. So image sizing, resizing the fit, long edge. You want to go 4000 megapixel and resolution 240 pixels per square inch. Now that's the sort of max you really want to be going, because like I say, Instagram does just spit its dummy out. Sharpening, full screen, and the amount standard. You can go high, but it depends on the other settings you have. If you have the other settings too high and you have the amount on high, again, Instagram, Facebook, any sort of other social media site will literally compress the shit out of it, and it'll just make your work look like absolute shit. So yeah, that's just my settings. There's other photographers out there that use different settings, so it's different settings. It's different strokes for different folks, sort of thing. So go from there. Yeah, export, and that's done. So, and there we go. Quick, simple edit for my mate's M4. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and maybe fancy subscribing. It all helps us out. If you want to see more of my work, I'll stick a link down below to my Instagram page so you can have a look to see what more I am about. And also, I'm going to be looking for some other cars to be shooting in the South Coast area of the UK. So if there's something you'll be interested in, drop us a DM on Instagram and we'll get something booked in. But until then, I'll see you next time. Laters.